You ever wonder where you might fish a big, heavy spoon, like 3/4 or 1 ounce spoon? Have you ever fished them? Good morning, guys and girls. It's going to be a beautiful day, March 6th. It's cold this morning, but it is forecast to be absolutely incredible this afternoon. Here's our catch of the day for March the 6th out of Proverbs. Proverbs 17:6. Old people are proud of their grandchildren, and children are proud of their parents. Old people are proud of their grandchildren, and children are proud of their parents. That's a great one. Probably the best way to get your kids started and your grandkids started into fishing is to take them perch fishing or bluegill fishing. It's the same fish. We call it perch or bluegill. I grew up calling them perch. You can catch bluegill just about anywhere you can find water. Teach them how to tie on a hook. Teach them how to pinch on a split shot. Teach them how to attach a bobber to the line. Teach them about which side goes up. Learning to cast, concentrating on that bomber, setting the hook, handling the fish, and obviously teach them how to kiss them. That's just a few of the important lessons they can learn. Going bluegill or perch fishing can be like a really, really popular and important fishing trip because you can teach your kids a lot. And they're going to catch fish. That's the main thing about it. They need some crickets or some worms. We use those a lot with it down here at the ranch. We use those little Berkeley nightcrawler worms that are kind of artificially made, but they bite them like crazy. I mean, and a little old jar costs $2 or $3 or $4. I don't know how much it is, but it lasts like a long time. And you can buy just regular earthworms or crickets or grasshoppers. All of those baits work good for bluegill. God created the family, and then He created fishing as another means of holding families together. That's right. That's a great means of holding families together, is fishing. What are you doing, Lucy? Did you come to listen to today's catch of the day? Do you want to listen to today's catch of the day? You were such a sweetheart. Yeah, you are such a sweetheart. Did you come to see me, listen to the catch of the day? Where's Milburn? Oh, I see him. He's over there, laying over there in the shade, isn't he? He's laying in the shade. Yeah, you had to come and get involved because you saw I was doing something, didn't you? All right, where was I? God created the family, and then He created fishing as another means of holding the families together. Plan some time in your schedule in the next couple of weeks to take your kids or your grandkids perch fishing, bluegill fishing. Resist all the more sought-after species. Your family is well worth the trip. Let me tell you something else that happens this time of the year you might think about too. If you live around a place, a lake, where the white bass, or sand bass as they call them in a lot of places, go up in the river and spawn, they go up in there by the literally thousands. I was with one of the girls at Shell the other day, and we were doing an appearance, and she was telling me about at Lake Livingston, all of the white bass that she went up and caught with, I think she was going up there with her granddad or her dad, but they just caught tons and tons and tons of white bass. She told me that she caught like 51 all by herself. That's not counting what everybody else caught. That's just what she caught all by herself, was 51. So white bass, if you're around someplace where they call it the white bass run, where the white bass are running, they go up the river to spawn, you can go up there and catch just tons and tons of them. Another great place to take your kids fishing. Here's a tip for this week. Heavy spoons, jig vertically around standing timber, will produce some really nice cold water bass. Okay, 3/4 ounce spoons, Hopkins spoons, big CC spoons, jig vertically around standing timber. Get you some standing timber out around creek channels on some of these big man-made lakes, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet deep, and jig those spoons right around those trees. Go all the way down to the bottom, pop them up, let them fall, pop them up, let them fall, pop them up, let them fall. This is a time when you might want to take those spoons, since you're fishing them in this heavy timber, and smash your barbs down where they're barbless. Because a lot of times when you pop them up, you're going to pop them up right into a limb, you're going to hang them up. So if you smash those barbs down, and when you let it back down, those heavy spoons, because they're 3/4 ounce or an ounce or even larger, they're going to actually pull themselves loose if you don't have a barb on there. So it's a good thing to smash your barbs down, jig those heavy spoons around those trees, pop it up, down, pop it up, down. You can catch some really big cold water bass. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. I love you.